a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Carry for Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running is Jacobs. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Again, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Murray. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a carry for Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. He was driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him run.
Check 53 fly. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Throwing is Newton. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Texans nothing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run. This is Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
That's caught at the 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, they're down only one score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick.
Set to kick off.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
57 is the mark. 57. That's the run. 57. Mike, 57. It's out there. It's out there. It's out there.
From the 44, Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Murray's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Scotty Miller, 43 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see. Great. You don't want kill.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Watch his flat.
Rolling with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Kareem Hunt.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he completes it to Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing again is Newton. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Off play action. Newton sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Hunt going to run for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still 1st half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
1st down, Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw on third down, Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Again, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And 9 at the 30-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Newton throwing again. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andy Isabella in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Hunt going to run for it. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
20. Raiders 14. Austin Seibert.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half from Murray. Flush, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Ebron caught left side. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times...
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Miles Jack drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Pettis on the return. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Scotty Miller. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Texans 20. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They fake the give. Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
So what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. "13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Their own 43-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Texans 20. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Raiders 31, Texans 20.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Raekwon McMillan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll return it from the 6. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Justin Tucker sets to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's taken in by Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. To the air again, Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kareem Hunt saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Good.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
27.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the gun, Murray going up top for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Scotty Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The kick is good.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Fielding near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing again is Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, Jacobs. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Murray going to run on the option, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Today's final score, Raiders 44.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now